Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott wave update for ICP. Now, I'm going to get into the micro time frames in a moment, but just wanted to do a quick recap on the 4-hour where I currently have us in the trend. Now that is since the significant low at $2.82. We had a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a 5-wave impulse. Now ways to track this originally were take the beginning of wave 1 off the top of wave 1, extend that off of wave 2. Third wave, you look for the 161.8% extension of wave 1 off of wave 2. Extended targets is the 2.618 extension. So you can see we just came shy of the 2.618 extension, but we have a nice clean 5-wave move for our third wave. Now, how you target for your 5th wave is take the length of wave 1, extend that off the wave 4, look for the 100% extension, which was right here. So you can see we nicked that pretty much to a T. Also, where you can find where wave 4 is likely to pivot, take the beginning of wave 1 off of wave 2, extend that off the top of wave 1, and that's where you look for that wave 4 pivot. All right, now that we have that established, a nice clean 5-wave move, we're gonna move over from here. We're looking for a 3-wave move of our correction between the 382 and the 618 retracement of the entire 5-wave move. You can see we had a combo here as an ABC, X, ABC, double zigzag with a triangle X wave. Important to note, we hit the 1-to-1 extension of W off of X for our Y wave, right to that 618 retracement of the entire move. Now, what this means, as long as this count is accurate and the trend stays intact, that this makes a larger wave 1, a larger version of this, smaller wave 1. This is our wave 2, looking for a third wave, which is the 1.618 extension up at $149, similar like we did the measurements from here. So as long as this count is accurate and stays intact, that's what we're looking for. All right, now that we have that established, let's go to the smaller time frames. Talk about the move off the low. So off the low, we had a wave 1 and 2. Third wave, we take the beginning of wave 1 off of wave 2. Look for the 1.618 extension. You can see we hit that to a T. We had a sideways WXY as a flat pattern, and we got our 5-wave move up from there to complete a wave 1 on the smaller degree. We do the exact same thing. We're looking between the 382 and the 786 for our wave 2. You can see we've just ticked through that. So it's not ideal, but it is not invalidated by any means. Invalidation of this being a wave 2 is at this significant low at 581.6, where my current wave 2 is labeled on the larger degree, right here. So we're valid until we get that, although we don't have the greatest of probabilities on our side. We prefer to at least hold that. But I was looking out on the daily. I'm not trying to find false evidence or anything like that. But, or sorry, the 4-hour. Yep, the daily. And we did get quite a buy up. So I want to see where this ends up once we're done our day here in 8 hours and 20 minutes. Because if we make a nice engulfing pattern, that's a pretty nice candle buy up there. So we'll go back to the 1 hour. So we had our 5-wave move up, looking for a simple zigzag or a double zigzag. And how I have this mapped out is an A, B, C, flat X, A, B, C for a W, X, Y. Now, from the length of W off of X, we came to the 1.618 extension, which is a common target for a Y wave. We hope for the 1-to-1, but we have multiple targets. Obviously, that's a common one. and we are trying to recover from here. Now I have mapped this out for you. So probability shift that we're coming to the upside is past the 618 retracement of this correction to the downside. We have to go with linear, the farthest of the two, go between log and linear scale. That is at 917. So when we get above that, it doesn't mean we don't come back down. It just means probability shift that we're more likely to go to the upside than the downside. That's all that means. There's never certainty in the market. It is all probabilities. So probabilities say we should have held above this level, but if we get above this level, we shift probabilities again, right? You're never going to get a clear answer in the market. Right now, our rules are valid that this is still a wave 2, still have this as a 5 wave. This looks corrective more than impulsive right now. So using all the evidence, it looks like probabilities are still to the upside. This held really nicely, similar to XRP when BTC made those new lows. This is the other one that held. But as of right now, I want to get above that 917 level in a nice 5-wave move to be able to call a wave 1. At that point, we'd wait for a pullback, look to play the 3rd wave to the upside. So let's see if there's anything down on the micro we can see. Not currently. This does look like potentially a diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that could be a diagonal, but we won't know until the reaction after, right? If this is a diagonal and this is all the correction we get, so wave 2, then we should just start going, right? Get a 1, 2, 1, 2. Off we go, or just get a 3rd wave here as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and then we get above our 917 and look for our pullback. So we'll see if we get this. This is the area I'd be very interested in this. If we get this 1 and 2, let's look back here. I do expect some resistance right there, and we do have some nice support previous at this previous triangle area. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we'll see if we can get up and above, but I also drew out on the larger time frame what I'm looking for. I took the length of wave 1, extended it off of wave 2, looking for the 3rd wave to come around 1745. We then get our 4th wave down between 1370 and 1180, and our 5th wave zone is between 2225 and 2585. Now, a nice thing to note here, you see that 4th wave support. It doesn't matter where you pull that from. That ends up being the 382 if we get exact targets. That's why I always put that up for rough estimates. As you can see, if this holds and we come to exactly the 1.618, this ends up being the 38.2% retracement, our standard wave 4 area. That's why you see that on there sometimes. And our 5th wave is roughly between the 200 and 2.236. So this is just a rough draw. Usually our wave 1 comes around the 618 extension of wave 1 off of wave 2 for 1, 2, 1, 2. That's why I have that drawn up. Our 3rd wave in blue usually comes between the 1.236 and the 382. And then our 5th wave comes to the 1.618 in green. These are just rough drawings. You can start putting those in your head so you can roughly draw like I do. Okay, so we'll see if we can get this break at 917 to switch our probabilities. We want to see a nice clean 5-wave move. Look for an ABC back and look for a long. Anything else on the daily I missed? Let me get rid of that for a second, just double check. Okay, there's my impulse. Also, our larger probability shift, I want to talk about that, was from the entire wave 2, and that is on linear 1520. So if you want to mark that on your chart, 1520.03. You'll have to check your chart for that. That is just the retracement of that move to the downside, where you can switch probabilities to the upside as well. All right, guys, that's it for ICP. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.